Hey YouTube, so I wanted to come back and talk about a couple of things. Um, so I felt like I needed to redeem myself from my last video because I looked a bit rough. Something's in my eye. Which typically I don't very much care. But I looked at that video, I was like, man, you look like your breath stink in that video. You look like you just woke up out of bed, which is not true. I just, some days I wake up and I come to work and my beard might be a little unkept. I need a trim. I need a good trim. But it's all good. Sometimes we're our own worst critic. We look at ourselves with eyes that maybe other people don't, and sometimes that's for good and sometimes that's for bad, because sometimes, people like, I don't even care. But anyway, so I wanted to talk about, I don't know if you all watched this show called, let me see this hey, it's on YouTube, Facebook. It's called Red Table Talk. It's with Jada Pinkett Smith and her mother and their family. So the first episode of this new season, it was all of them and their beautifulness. Man, it was such a good-looking family. But it was Will Smith kind of like leading the charge to talk about health and wellness. And he started out by, I guess kind of like spilling the beans and talking about how unhealthy he is as a person and the illusion of being healthy and how we could get caught up in what we look like and not really focus on how healthy we are. And I was just like struck by that because coming back from my vacation where I feel at my peak healthiness, although physically I might still have a lot to work on and accomplish and things like that, I feel amazing. I feel like I've tapped into the me that is healthy, and I fight to stay there all throughout the year. After coming back from almost a month vacation of just health and wellness, I try to stay that course. But holiday time comes up and birthdays, and you just slip way off the track. But when I come back, I try my best to stay on that track as long as possible. So watching that video kind of like, it made it make sense, that we all struggle to do the right thing. And he said, well, struggling with hypertension, or which is high blood pressure, for over a decade. I'm like, Will Smith, man, if I had Will Smith money, somebody would be picking me moringa leaves. I would have that flown in on my private jet. I would have the best of the best, and I would be in peak health in my mind. But in reality, we're all human. Same thing with Oprah. I'm like, Oprah shouldn't be struggling with no weight. Oprah, I love bread. Bread. In my mind, it would be easier to be healthier. Like, money makes it better, and it doesn't, because it's all up here, And for him to say that he struggled with hypertension, and knowing that I do too, and ever since I was 18, it just was like a real moment, because I'm like, wow, we all have to have an account of our health and check and make sure everything's okay. It's not, money doesn't make that happen. It's just a personal thing you do for yourself. So it helped me a lot to hear that, And I'll put the link in the description box below for the actual segment, because the actual that first episode it was really good. And to hear them say, I'm sluggish, I'm tired, we wake up and we don't feel good and we're not eating right, I'm like, wow, you are me, you are my people, because I've struggled for at least the last 6 years to figure out what it is I need to eat that makes me feel at my peak and not make me feel so sick all the time. First, I thought I had a recessive gene, and maybe celiac disease, or maybe it was grains, or maybe it's dairy, or maybe it's both, or maybe it's meat, or maybe whatever it is, because I just felt like everything that I was putting in my body was attacking me, and I wasn't getting the the rejuvenated feeling from food. I was feeling like sluggish and tired. I'm just like, man, this is just not fair, you know. But since I've been back, it's been mainly in the morning, every morning. Just so this gonna sound crazy, a 6 egg omelet. 6 eggs with vegetables. I have a garden here at the job, and so I'm eating like heirloom tomatoes and peppers and green and different things like that, and basil. I'm putting those in there and making like a nice hearty omelet, and I'm using butter, and not oil, because I think my body understands butter. Oil just doesn't work too well. So I use just a little bit of butter, 6 eggs with the vegetables, and I use like a balsamic glaze, which is most of Medina wine that's been like cooked down. It has like a little sweet acidic flavor, and I use that instead of like salt and seasonings and stuff like that. And I also have these kale. Dr. Prager's makes a veggie burger, which it's not really a burger, it's more like a patty of vegetables. It's vegan, and I usually crisp that up in the pan after I take the eggs out and eat that like my meat. It's not really meat, but it just has that texture, that crunchy texture. But that's more vegetables, and I've been doing that in the mornings, and then really skip lunch. And then I'll have like seafood for dinner, salmon or whole fish, and I've been eating crab. Crab is my favorite. So I had that like 2 nights in a row by themselves. Like last night I had actually these root vegetable chips by Terra, Terra. You can get those at Rite Aid. They're like dehydrated root vegetables like yucca and beets and different root vegetables that have been dehydrated to make a chip. And I've been eating, and I ate those with some fresh salsa from the garden. So that was my dinner last night, which was really good. Crunchy, sweet, it was good. I also had some pickled ginger that I brought back from the Philippines, which was kind of sweet, so I really enjoyed that. So I've been eating really light for dinner. No carbs, and not even trying to like sneak those in, because I just know that's going to take me off the deep end. So I've been staying clear of those. I've been drinking a lot more water. I've been using an additive, which is probably not recommended because it's like chemicals and blah 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 blah. But if it helps you, let's see. If it helps you consume more water, I think that's most important. So this meal here we go. Yeah, meal. I found that they're good. I like the black cherry one. I think it's black cherry. They're delicious, and just squirt a little bit in your water. I'll show you how I do it. Take a bottle of water. This is at work. I usually drink really expensive distilled water, but I'll do this for now. Take this and put a little bit in there. Put the lid on. Shake, 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 and drink the bottle of water. This is about my 4th bottle of water. And it just helps me get water down. Like I don't really, water doesn't have a flavor, but if it helps, do it. And you can wean yourself off if you use it less and less and less. But it really helps people who just don't like water to drink more water and be more hydrated. And being more hydrated, I feel like my skin's good. I use the bathroom good. Stuff like that. So hydration is important, and I think I've been doing really good with that. So. Like I said, I'll link in the description box below the Red Table Talk clip that really like changed my life, and got me focused on what's important, because I think relating to other people and realizing that we're not the only ones in the struggle helps. you know, and that's it. Not being so hard on yourself, you know, because it's hard for everybody. It's hard to, you know, stay focused and do the right thing, but it's possible. It's definitely possible, and you can't for 1 second be like, you know, I'm doing good. Everything's great. You know, it's always a constant struggle. You need to eat every day, and everything you put in your body, you need to have an account for it. It can't be just like, I ate those cookies and that was just a snack. No, that was a whole meal you just ate there. You know, and if you're trying to, you know, maintain a healthy weight, you're not going to be able to do that if you're just, you know, not being honest with your calorie intake. And, you know, don't drink your calories. Drink nothing but water. And I recommend getting a meal. You know, it is calories in this, but it's less than that of a soft drink or fruit juices and stuff like that. So yeah, drink more water. Do what you can. Don't be so hard on yourself. And the rest is, you know, the rest is, I would say, a piece of cake, but I don't eat no cake. I don't want no pie either, you know. Holiday time coming up, and I've been a vegetarian for 6 or 5 years now. No meat. I do eat fish, so pescatarian if you want to be technical, you know. But yeah, the holiday time come up and they're basting the turkey and everybody, what's gonna be good? I'm like, I'm over it. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. So yeah, it doesn't get me in a mood. You know, I just have to pre-plan what I'm going to eat. You know, and the best thing to do is sometimes to eat before you go somewhere, so you're not even tempted by, you know, things that are around you, or bring your own stuff. You know, bring those terror chips. You know, and you can always get some hummus or something like that, and then just snack on that. You know, instead of eating just like corn chips and, you know, whatever. Salsa is always a good option. Salsa and vegetables and hummus are good. Things like that. So fill up on vegetables, and then you don't really want nothing else in your system. You know, so yeah, and drink a lot of water. But yeah, it really does help with your skin. I feel like it's subtle, but it makes a big impact. Eating right and hydrating, you know, you really don't notice it, but then you notice it. You look at a picture, you're like, man, I was looking real dry and ashy and crusty in that picture, but in this picture, I'm looking like I got the glow of all of the universe, you know, and it's purely because of hydration. Hydration is important. If you're a plant, you could be a dry, shriveled plant, or you could be one that's like vibrant and green and, you know, and looking really good. And so moisture is important. I'm not gonna go any further, but you know, this is my favorite thing. I love this thing. I sleep with it now because it protects my edges. I was getting like, you know, a lot of friction and stuff, so I found this. I always used to wear it, and now I found it and I wear it again. You ever have things that you liked and then you stop wearing them because you just stop doing it, and then you realize, oh man, I really like that, so I'm wearing this again. Sometimes you can wear it like this, or you can put the wider part in the back, and put the narrower part in the front, and then you can go around and give people their fortunes and tell them, you know, they're going to be rich in 10 years. But yeah, so this is the front. They're definitely growing. This is the front. This is the side. This is the back. This is the other side. And this is the front. My hair is definitely growing. If you go back and you look at some previous videos and you compare the length and stuff like that, you'll see that my hair is definitely growing. Of course it would be, but not only is it growing, it's healthier than it was when I started, which is also good. Your hair shouldn't go soft, it should get stronger. And I feel like also hydration has helped my hair, my fingernails, like things that just moisture helps your body to grow and to thrive and to flourish. So enough about that. Like I said, please check out the link below, and get yourself some water. And if you have to put some additives in it to make you drink it, do it, because the good outweigh the bad. But in the meantime, peace and blessings, and please subscribe. All right, bye.